Hello and welcome to one of the MDS Basics tutorials by Swift Thinking. Today we're going to be talking about backgrounds. So we are going to build the background for this paper, or for this page, specifically this textured green cardstock and this strip of DSP. So if we go to our blank page, on the right hand side we can see what we call the design center. And the very first thing that we come across is background papers. So when we're in here, we've got a couple of options. We've got color, where we can go in and it brings up the color palette and we can choose whatever color we want. In this case we could choose Pear Pizzazz and it just gives us a nice solid Pear Pizzazz background. Another thing we can do is we can choose cardstock, and this is going to give us, we've got plain cardstock, which is the same, let's see, there we go, there's the plain cardstock, which is the same as choosing just a color, or you've got some textured cardstocks. And what I really want is this Pear Pizzazz textured cardstock. So if I click on OK, you can kind of see how it gives it a little bit of a stripy look here. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see that a little bit better. It gives it that textured cardstock look that we really like. Now, the next thing you could do is, for your full background, you could choose a designer series paper. So if I said OK on that, you can see how it filled the whole page instead with that designer series paper. I'm going to go ahead and undo that because I want that Pear Pizzazz in the background. But what I would like for the designer series paper is to actually go in and add it as a page layer. So now you can see it just gives me a small chunk of that DSP. If I double click on this, then I can go in and I can edit what size I want that to be. So I just tend to slide it up into the corner and I'm going to drag across until I get a full 12-inch strip. And then I'm going to go ahead and say OK. I'm just going to slide that down on my page where I want it here. Use the arrow keys to adjust. And I'm pretty happy with that. Now you can see that when you add something as a page layer, it actually adds it as a photo box, which will come in handy if you ever want to do some of the special techniques that you can do there, like making it round or recoloring it. But for now we're just concentrating on background papers, so just know that if you choose to add as a page layer, it will treat it from then on like a photo box. Alright, last but not least, you got choices to do custom, and what this would do would let you choose a picture, and it would actually stick the whole picture in as your background. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and do that, but now you know that that's an option. You also got the ability to change the opacity of the background you put in. So you can see the more or less that you have, the more it's just going to show through to the white. You could mirror or flip it, and if I wanted to get rid of it altogether, I can click this remove button. Now, like I said, on the right hand side here is what we call the design center. There is another way to access your background papers as well, and that's over here in the resource palette. So this most right hand button, if I click that, this is also another way to get your background papers done. So if I had wanted to, I could click add as a page layer here, and I could have gone down and selected that blue this way and either double clicked it or drag it on. And if I don't click add as a page layer, then if I double click it or drag it on, it's going to fill in the whole area again. Go ahead and click undo. So there you have it. That is how we created the background for this page. Stop by again for another MDS Basics where we will move on to the next piece, photos.